Hello, happy Saturday. Super excited to be getting ready for the day with you. I kind of look like a hot mess express, and it's a little bit later in the day. I actually slept in today. I think I slept in till 9. No, exactly 8:30. I was waking up at I think I woke up at 6:50 and then I'm like, go back to bed. The puppy slept from, 11 last night until we didn't get out of bed till I think 8:45 because Jeff brought me coffee in bed. So she's doing good. She does still have kennel cough, which whatever, and she still has a broken leg, but we're kind of adjusting. So I did let myself sleep in. One thing about me is I freaking love sleep, like obsessed with sleep. So I did that, and then I ended up hopping on a call with a friend and cleaning the kitchen. Everything was kind of like a little bit of a mess, and cleaning up and straightening up and doing laundry, and now it's time to get ready for the day. So that's why I'm on. And I have a really good topic. All morning I was kind of like praying on the topic and like, what should we talk about while I do my hair and my makeup for the day? And I want to talk about the stress of like Saturdays and Sundays being filled and jam-packed with stuff to do. Can you relate at all? Like, are Saturdays constant, like, I have to do my grocery shopping, I have to get the laundry done, I have to go get this, and I have to go do that. Like, there's so much to get done before what comes? Monday. So I want to talk a little bit about that and some strategies and some light bulb moments that I had, because I used to actually work on Saturdays and Sundays, cleaning houses on top of like the grocery shopping, the cleaning, the laundries, the errands, the fixing things, the cutting the grass, the cleaning up the dog poop. Like, weekends were just as busy as the weekdays. So I want to talk a little bit about that. If you're hopping on and it's your first time ever coming across one of my episodes, first and foremost, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I might be a little bit like high energy and hot mess express, but I'm so grateful that you stopped by. And I highly recommend you giving me like 72 hours of your life, because I do go live. I do get really freaking vulnerable. And you don't know, I came across a girl one time when I only had 200 friends on Facebook, and my life forever freaking changed. And some of the best tips and tricks and strategies that I've ever come across came from people that I randomly came across on social media. So let's talk a little bit about my background before I dive right in. The weekends were a very stressful time, and when Sundays hit, I had something called the Sunday Scaries. The Sunday Scaries are a thing where you're like, oh, it's just like, I want to sleep on Sunday nights to go in Monday, but you're stressed that Monday's happening and a new week is coming on. A little bit about my background. I was actually in HR. So I had to be on my game because I was human resources. I was the HR specialist and I worked in an engineering department. So I did have that typical 9 to 5 grind. I actually was 8:30 to 5:30. What's your shift? So 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. I had a 30 to 45 minute commute just to work, right? So I was out of the house altogether 55, 60 hours a week. And something that I wish I knew then that I learned now, Michelle, get a job or get a career that's literally like 5 minutes from your house and take less money because you're not getting paid for that time that you're in the car. That's something that I do wish I knew sooner, but it is what it is, right? Like, with time and with age, we get more wisdom. So I would actually get home from work after my commute, and usually coming home in 5 o'clock traffic was worse than getting there. And at the time, my daughter, Isabella, was 2. And I was a single mom. I went through a really yucky divorce when she was about 1. And when I got home, I fed her dinner, literally made dinner, gave her a bath, read her a book, and put her to bed. I went in the basement where I would grind out and do hair. I would do hair in my basement in my same work clothes because there was just like no time to even change into the clothes. I'd do hair, I'd get in bed, fall asleep for maybe a couple hours, wake up and do it all over again. And then the weekends would come. The moment we're at right now, it's Saturday. And I'd wake up and I'd have to go clean houses and I'd have to pawn my child off to someone in my family that would take her. And then I'd get done cleaning houses and I'd put her to bed and I'd fall asleep on the couch and I'd just do this thing all over again. At the time, I had $60,000, hi Angel, in debt. I was on Medicaid. Isabella was on Medicaid. I was on food stamps. Looking back, I'm grateful because I became really desperate. I had a rock bottom moment. My rock bottom moment wasn't the electricity being turned off and turned on and making little payments to be able to have my car insurance on. It was going into work on a Monday. And I was put on as the HR specialist to eliminate a group of employees. And the group of employees, I'll never forget reading over the bio of how we were going to do this. They were all within the company for over 10 years. And I'm like, wow, like, why not me? Like, I've only been here 2 years. Like, how are they eliminating a group of employees that like actually have some longevity within the company? And that was when it just made me realize, like, Michelle, not only are you a number, how old are you going to be when you retire? How old are you going to be when you pay off this $60,000 in debt that literally hangs over your shoulders every single day? It's a nuisance. How old are you going to be when you pay off the student loan debt that you thought, like, it made me realize. And it made me realize that that's not what I wanted for my life. I never thought that I was going to be the mom that just wasn't around. I never even thought that I was going to go through a divorce. So it made me actually become open and aware. So at least I was open and aware, and I kind of stopped going through this floating mechanism where I kind of just floated through life. I got to the point where I had to make it so that my paycheck didn't put any money away to the 401k. So I wasn't saving any money. I needed all the money because after going through a divorce, I was paying all the bills by myself. I got to the point where I made the exemptions the absolute highest so that I got the most in my check. But again, that rock bottom moment had me aware that working 3 jobs, by the time that I was commuting to work and home, cleaning houses and doing hair, I was clocking in 75 to 80 hours per week. I came across a girl one time on a Facebook post. I only had Facebook 9 years ago, and I really need you to understand that. I really need you to understand that, with 200 friends on Facebook. And her story was similar. But she was getting her butt beat by her husband, and she had to stay in the relationship because she couldn't afford to get out. She couldn't afford to take her children to live in a house by herself. And I continued reading because it made me realize, I guess I could have it worse. But she found a solution. She was grinding and working, and thank goodness she had family for support. But she came across something that she could do in 35, 45 minutes a day. And the nooks and crannies. And I'm like, you know what? I don't even have that. But then I found out that it could be 5-minute increments. 5 minutes first thing in the morning, 5 things in the evening, 5 minutes on a lunch break. Like, cumulatively, Michelle, get a piece of paper out right now. And I want you to do everything. Like right now, I want you to write down that you're listening to this. I want you to write down when you go to the bathroom. I want you to write down when you scroll. I want you to write down when you're looking at Amazon. And cumulatively, I had 1 hour and 5 minutes. And I found that if I plugged into the system that this girl plugged into mobily, I couldn't use the excuse that I was too busy. I could start paying off my debt. I could start putting away $500 a month. All I had to have was to be positive, coachable, willing to grow, and hungry. I was freaking starving. I was positive, I was coachable, and I was willing to grow because I was desperate. I'm not only excited that I stand here 9 years later. I finally got to go part-time as an HR specialist. I got to cut my clients for hair in half. The feeling when I got to spend time with my little girl and even have like 30 minutes of like literally patient time to see her grow up and to teach her her first words because I found this system changed my life. And I'd be selfish if I didn't come on live to share it with you. I thought it was a pyramid scheme. I thought I had to sign up people to be underneath me. I didn't. It wasn't any of that. It's literally like Amazon. It's like the e-commerce of social media. Do you want to have an Amazon? Do you want to own Amazon? I have an Amazon store in every city of Michigan, every state, and every city in every state, in every country. And I don't have to pay for inventory, which would cost me about $17,000. I don't have to pay a monthly fee for rent, which would be like thousands of dollars. I don't have to go travel to all of these little virtual health and wellness stores that I have. I think you get the point. The only thing I had to find was the people. And I wasn't willing to be a spammy whammy asshole on my socials. I only had a Facebook account. I didn't have Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube 9 years ago. But you know what I found? If you have a passion for health and wellness, and if you have a passion for helping people, you get taught how to show up through curiosity and attraction marketing. You shouldn't mention a company name. You shouldn't be a billboard. You shouldn't have to be a Pamela Anderson. So I went all mother frickin' in. I have the system. The only thing I have to be able to do when people come over and go, what are you doing or what are you using? If I share a video that explains it better than I can, would you watch it? They watch it. They see the science, the clinicals, the third-party validation, and the cleanliness. You guys, the only thing I had to find were the people, and millions of people want these products. I had to have a passion for health and wellness. I had to be positive, coachable, willing to grow. If you are unfamiliar with this model, comment below the word hybrid. I'm going to send you a video. I am not here to beg. I'm not here to sell. And I'm not here to convince you. But I'm here to tell you that if you're introverted, there's scripts. I'm here to tell you that if you don't have time, I totally understand. Push the time thing aside. Do you have a passion for helping people, health, and wellness? Okay. Do you have 5 minutes every single day times 7 to make it so times 7, 5 minutes here? If we could figure it out, would you want to start earning $500 a month? Okay, open up your phone. Let's go. You have to ask your spouse. Do you have to ask your spouse for permission or for support? I'd rather ask for forgiveness than ask for permission. If you're too busy, it's mobily. Guys, I do this today. I'm going to the trampoline park with my daughter and my niece. I'm doing it from the trampoline park. When I drop her off at cheer for 2 hours, I do it from cheer. I'm here to tell you right now that if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired of having this love-hate relationship with finances and debt, or you can't at the end of the week, after a busy week, go out to dinner, you and your partner, and be able to have a driver take you there and home and be able to pay for a dinner without guilt and get that quality time to revamp and spark up that frickin' fire within you, there's a solution right in front of you. We have to bridge the gap from this problem to this solution, and the system is right in front of you. Your first 3 customers, you won't even be talking to them. You'll be screenshotting it to me, and I'll say, here's what you say. Send it to them. You'll never be alone. The system that I failed forward for 9 years, you now have. What? My leadership, I'm live, honey. My leadership, you now have. And lastly, she has to go outside. She cannot be walking around.
No, I'm not going to bring her outside, but I just want to say.
Hi, why do you have sparkles all over your face? And the third thing that you have, the leadership, is the health and wellness products that are backed by science, proven through clinicals, third-party validation, and clean. People want them versus Walgreens and Walmart and Amazon because they find out when they get an app called Yucca, Y-U-K-A, that there's additives in them, carcinogenics, and they want this. They don't want to have to go searching. They want to know that they have a store that is globally in 191 countries in all 50 states. Drop an A in the comments if you need right now, you're hungry for an extra $500 to $1,000 right now between May 3rd and June 3rd. Do you want to start making $4,000 to $7,000 a month? Drop B. You want $10,000 a month? I've helped over 10 people do it on the side of what they're already doing. Yes, you're talking nurses, doctors, anesthesiologists. You're talking personal assistants, executive assistants, business owners. You're talking about business owners that own restaurants, who are hairstylists, who own salons. You're talking about people who are any profession, a lawyer. A business partner of mine, Michelle Barnes, she was a lawyer in law school, dropped out to do this. She's a self-made millionaire. I understand that you think this is a pyramid scheme. I said no for 5 years. But I'm here to tell you that there is a gap to fill, that if your weekends right now are stressful and they're spent grocery shopping and cleaning and doing laundry and folding and you're exhausted, how is it going to make you feel 1 year from this very moment to be in the exact same position? How is it going to make you feel? How is it affecting your confidence, your self-esteem, your energy, your mood, your performance as a parent or as a professional? It doesn't cost any money. There's no monthly minimum. There's no monthly fee. There's no monthly quota. If I were to come up to you right now and offer you a Grand Cherokee that's $60,000 for $50, you'd find $50. You'd find a way to tell your partner, I'm asking you for support for me to find this $50. I'm not asking for permission. It's normal to be afraid and to have your subconscious mind to come and override the conscious mind. See, if I walk up to someone and I'm like, she's freaking hot and I'm going to go tell her, the second I start walking closer, my mind starts to say, she might ghost you. She might think, I don't give a F what my subconscious mind says. I act on the conscious mind. Ever since, this has changed my life. Because I had to act on the conscious mind and not the subconscious mind, because I wanted and needed to get out of debt. I wanted and needed to be a part of my daughter's life. I wanted and needed to be able to put money away for frickin' retirement instead of taking all of it out to pay $60,000 in debt, to not go to jail or let my house be taken from me. I need you to get desperate right now and cut up your credit cards and stop using them, because you have a solution right now. I need you on one product, because we don't talk the talk, we walk the walk. $50 up to $300. What do you want? Get my Nitro for $50. There's no monthly minimum. There's no monthly fee. There's no website fee. Everything is given to you in a bundle right now. Here's your website. Here's your virtual health and wellness store in every single city in your freaking state. Every single state. I don't need your friends or family to join you, but I need you to realize when you lay your head on your pillow at night, your friends and family don't matter because they don't live your life. They don't put their head on your pillow at night. They don't have the debt. They don't have the fear of electricity being taken off. They don't have the feeling of all week long not spending time with your partner, and then the weekend comes and you can't even afford to spend time together, or you don't have the time to do so. It's time for you to buy back your time. Drop in the comments the word hybrid. Again, I will not just consistently follow up with you or beg, sell, or convince you. If you're hungry, if you're positive, coachable, and willing to grow, you just landed a leader in front of you who people pay for because they got stuck in a different company, because they didn't know Michelle Churchill Dworack. They pay me thousands. You found me. You partner with me. You have my leadership as long as you are respectful, positive, coachable, willing to grow, and hungry. I might seem big and scary, but I have the biggest heart you'll ever know. You'll screenshot me everything. You'll never be alone. My friend said this. What do I say? This person messaged me this. Until you get your first 3 customers, I am holding your hand. That leadership doesn't exist. The products, health, science, clinicals, third-party validation, and clean, there's a handful of companies that will actually pay for that. Did you know that anyone can put anything on any label that you purchase for marketing, and it can be not even true? It could have additives and be carcinogenic. And you have a system that's in place to where when people see your content that's a passion for health and wellness and helping people, not mentioning a stupid company or being a spammy whammy asshole, all you have to be able to say is, if I share a video that explains it better than I can, will you watch it? That bridges the gap. They're going to want it. You now get 40% commission. Take the 40% commission without having to pay the inventory, without having to pay the monthly fee for rent, without having to be the creator of these health and wellness products, without having, I'm telling you right now. Drop in the comments hybrid. And if you're unhappy in a company and you partnered with a leader who does talk the talk but doesn't walk the walk, shame on them. But you know what? Sometimes people go through divorces. Sometimes people get into relationships and they don't work out. Don't tell me that your friend tried something similar and it didn't work out. I've been remarried. My first marriage didn't work out. And if you're like Michelle, I've tried everything and nothing works. Great. You're one step closer to finding something that does work, because you know what hasn't worked. It's not supposed to take one round. You were built to be strong and durable. A baby can fall out of its car seat and hit its head and doesn't pass away because you were built to be strong and durable. It's time to rewrite your story, and you came across this today for a reason. Envision 6 months from now, you wave a mother frickin' wand and you're like, I want my life and my day to look like boom, 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 boom. And it happens. Because you came across a live video on a Saturday with a nut job who's got her dog who had a broken arm 24 hours after having it. Be a victor to have a frickin' victory and not a victim. I could sit here and say, oh, I drove to go get this dog 4 hours to Indiana. On the way home, I ran out of gas. 24 hours later, she broke her arm and cost me $1,200. And I could be a victim all mother effing day. I'm a victory. This dog will be a miracle dog. This dog is going to help with this, and this. It's going to be the best. It's going to have the memories. It's going to stop with the victim. The victim comes in by too much stress. You're working too much. You have a solution to help bridge that gap. Find 45 minutes a day. Find $50 right now and go sell something on eBay or on Marketplace to buy yourself nitro, to open your business doors, and to have a virtual. I don't need your friends and family. I don't even need your state for you to be successful. But I feel like I'm beg, selling, and convincing. Just know that I have a gift right now. And I want to teach you and show you the way, because I want to leave a legacy behind. I want to be Martin Luther King, where people are like, I came across this girl's live. She shared her story about how she was broke, busted, and disgusted. She started her business with 200 followers. She had 3 jobs working 70 hours a frickin' week, 80 hours a week. She found time for this thing. Now she's looking out the window at her lake, her second property, because I got a house in Bloomfield too. Her daughter went from public to private schools. She never had to take her ex-husband, who was abusive to her, for child support and still doesn't accept a penny from him. There you go. Any questions that you drop below? I want to know why you're not doing this. I want to know why you don't have a residual income. Just tell me why. And literally, I can give you more clarity and give you a mind that how you're feeling is normal. It's the subconscious mind trying to come in. I had a girl who said, Michelle, I came across your live. I've been following you for a long time. She just closed out the month and made $1,200 extra on the side of what she does for nursing. Let's rewrite your story before it even happens. All you have to do is tell me ready in the comments. So I have to go in the kitchen and eat. I just took my cell activation, okay? My cell activation I had to take. I had to take cell activation, guys. I didn't have a choice. I do not believe in going and getting a prescription to drop weight. It's like going and getting a prescription to have more energy. It's like going and getting a prescription to do everything in life. I can't sleep. I'm going to go get a prescription. I got to fight with my husband. I'm going to go get a prescription. My muscles aren't big enough. I'm going to go get a prescription. No. Cell activation. I have to eat 30 minutes after I use cell activation. Okay, my cells are finally working. Short chain amino acids in my body. And if you don't know about cell activation, please do yourself a favor and drop it. It might take me 24 hours to get back to you. Why? Guys, I have to ask you 3 or 4 questions. These people who buy shit or think it's a one size fits all, it's a joke. You have these things in your body. I can't mention the name and I can't even say too much because Meta will kick me off so fast. You cannot make claims about goals or things that you've met. But I'll tell you one thing. I went from a size 12, go look at my story, to a size 2 at 40 years old almost. And I did it through cell activation. I did it through hydrogen water. I did it through learning the hard way that fruits and vegetables here in Michigan, the soil has been depleted. I used to be against that as a group certified fitness instructor. I've saved money. I've saved money on my greens. I've saved money by getting rid of Metamucil that is carcinogenic, that causes sperm altercation. I'm going to give you an app called Yucca. If you have never done my power play, all you have to do is drop cell activation. I'll message you within 24 hours. Sherry, I screenshotted your name. You will hear from me. So make sure you're checking spam or message request. I will ask you a few questions to make sure it's a good fit. I have different compounds, right? You don't need a prescription, but they are compounded for the best to get those short chain amino acids / peps. Peps, think of a tide coming in. Okay. I'll send you a message. You'll know within 3 minutes of the video with the scientist, okay, what formula is for you. You want to move forward? Awesome. If you don't, I love you no matter what. I could care frickin' less. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm here to help you solve a problem. If I can, awesome. If I can't, maybe I can guide you to someone that can, okay? So I'm going to go in the kitchen right now. I'm going to make my breakfast with you, okay, for my snack, because I already ate. Okay, you take it 30 minutes before your first meal. So people who like intermittent fast, they love it. Like, it's amazing. Okay, I'll send it to you as well, Brittany. So, as long as your regular food intake outweighs the additives, okay, because you're gonna get an app called Yucca. If you didn't just hear me and you didn't just write down the word yucca, you are about to never forget me, ever. These toxins and dyes and carcinogens, you guys, we live in the United States of America. The United States of America is amazing. We have freedom, but we have to do our due diligence. Hi, Melanie. Okay, people like Europe, I have family in Australia. These additives are banned. They're not banned here, but none of us know this. So some of us go to Whole Foods and think, oh, go scan some foods at Whole Foods. The Ultima that I was using for my electrolytes, toxins, dyes, carcinogens. Number one side effect, leads to becoming overweight. Leads to altering blood glucose levels. What in the actual heck? What? If you haven't done my power play and you want to learn exactly, I have a safe right here. A safe. The combination to how I got to where I'm at and didn't lose any of my muscle mass while I went from a size 12 down to a size 2. I didn't give up foods. I didn't give up desserts. I didn't give up alcohol. And I didn't follow a stupid meal plan that teaches you nothing. I'm about to give you the combination to it and unleash it to you, but I need you for 5 days. You will not meet. I'm the #1 female health coach on the face of all 50 states because I actually don't sell you something that you have to go off and do by yourself, that you have to go off and follow. You have my phone number and you text me every day and I voice note you. I need 90 seconds of your time to ask you 5 questions. You do this on the back end. 99.9% of my people have mastered it in 3 days. You get 5 days with me. Here's the combination. Drop power play in the comments. Get it, power play. You go to the casino and you win guaranteed. You start today, day 0. Tomorrow's day, it's your first day. You have me today, 0. We get you set up. I ask you the questions. I mold it to you because you can go off right now and track your fiber. Have fun on a piece of paper. You can go off right now and have to take all your protein in grams, times it by 4 methodologically. It's equal to this many calories. Okay, my fats, I had to times by 9 because there's 9 calories. This came from my fat calories. Oh my God, my carbs, I times by, have fun. And then you have to do it for the fiber component because if you don't get 20, I have the app created for you to have for a lifetime. That's the first thing you get out of 7 other things. Don't give up food. I want you to be traveling. I want it to be the weekend. Drop power play in the comments. If it's a good fit for you, this was waitlisted for 4 months. For the first time, it's back open for people to join. It was waitlisted for a reason. This is not a, hey, come in and buy something from me and go off and do it on your own. That's a bunch of BS. But it's why I'm the biggest #1 female, and that's all I work with is females, okay? Health coach in all 50 states, because I teach you. All of a sudden, at the end of the day, I can see your percentage of protein, fats, and carbs. We don't have to do the math. The app does it for us. Your abs, 10-minute core. I have a 10-minute core workout you're going to get with it for a lifetime. I take you with me to Costco and Kroger. Literally, I'm in Costco and Kroger. You have a video to have any time with a grocery list. You tell me that you shop at Publix in Florida. Here's all the groceries you should be buying for protein-wise. All of that. Yep. Lifetime access to it. It's called Power Play. So I'll go in the kitchen. You'll see me with, I already did my cell activation. I have multiple formulas for that. So I would have to ask you some questions. Do I look okay? Sorry, that was kind of disgusting. Any questions in regards to anything, you guys? Where is my... I can't find my eyebrow shadow. You rock. You should be so proud of yourself. Thank you, Sherry. I just thought to myself, honestly, to be honest with you, I couldn't find my eyebrow stuff. And the old me used to be such a victim. Oh my God, everything I try to, and now I'm like victory, victory, victory. Like I have to remind myself. I have to remind myself. Today's my 50th day. For the first time since I was 18, because I had a fake ID, that I've made it 50 days without what I love, and it's called wine. And every day, wine is all I think about. And I didn't have a problem around wine. I went to bed, I was very responsible, Uber, but I have anxiety and depression. And it was making me cry the next day. And I still today, it's like Cinco de Mayo. It's so hard, but I think to myself, Michelle, victory, 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 victory. So it's not going to be easy for you. Please never look at me and think, I just wish it came easy for me. It's so freaking hard. Every day is so hard. And I hate even seeing those words out loud because you're supposed to say it's easy. But I'm so freaking real. It's not. It's not. I went to dinner with Bella for her birthday. She goes, Mommy, it was her birthday on the 28th. Mommy, all I want for my birthday is you and Daddy and Honey, my husband, she's known him since he was 2, to go to dinner. Yes, honey. I sat right across from my ex-husband. Yes, honey. You guys, the growing you go through when there's pain on the other end is so worth it. It's for my child. It's not about me. Take yourself out of the combination. It's for the people. It's for the loved ones. So that's what I do. So I'm glad that you said that, Sherry, because I easily was about to go on a tangent. But instead, nope. Nope. It's freaking hard. But you can do hard things. Be the 1% of the world. Be 1%. That's what I always try to think about. Just be 1%, Michelle. The person who's riding your butt and you want to be like, what an a-hole. Just be 1%. Michelle, that person has cancer. That person has just be 1%. That's it. If it was easy, it would be sleazy. It's just crazy. I went from no weekends to today. I'm going to take Bella and my niece. We're going to go to Sky Zone. We're going to go to BW3. We're going to go to Dave & Buster's. We're going to go to the mall. I went from this broke, busted, disgusted, crazy person with lots of debt, no freedom, no flexibility, to a life that I've built by design. And through the whole process, I just kept reminding myself to have a victory instead of being a victim. It's hard and there's caution tape that tries to hold you back every day, Michelle. Don't let it win. No one can force me to go in the fridge and open up the fridge and eat all the brownies. It's me. I have control of my hand movement. I have control of opening up the refrigerator. Like, people better get the frick out of my way is the kind of mindset mentality. And I want to hang out with you if you're like that. My girl Melanie is like that. She's on right now. Like, that's the type of people that, you know what I mean? And like, you are who you hang out with. Why wouldn't you want to come hang out with me? Why wouldn't you want me to teach you this system? Why wouldn't you want me to teach you how to leverage social media and make a F ton of money? Why wouldn't you want to leverage and stop buying crap from Amazon and buying products from the checkout at the home goods store? Why wouldn't you want that? What part of you thinks that you don't deserve that? Like, my hydrogen water is 20 cents more expensive than Celsius. The number one ingredient in Celsius, when you scan it in the Yucca app, do you want to know what it says? High risk additive. It's rated as 0 out of 100. Leads to becoming overweight. Leads to type 2 diabetes. Carcinogenic. And a frickin' Celsius that people think helps them lose weight because it accelerates the metabolism. It's that kind of shit. My greens that I use are 8 cents more expensive than the crap that's at Target that has fillers, that has grass inside of it, and has pollutions. That's it. But the old me used to be the victim. That girl's trying to sell something to me. That girl's trying to make a buck. That girl's trying to change my freaking life. Find the good in everything. I don't go live to beg, sell, and convince anyone of anything. Ever. Don't buy anything from me and follow me for the rest of your life. I can guarantee you that you'll have value. You will learn from what I've listened to 40 plus Audible books. You guys, I used to be the girl that didn't have carpet in my house. I had nails on the border. I lived on ramen noodles because I was poor. Do you realize that? I worked 80 hours a week. I didn't see my kid. And I didn't even care because I was so stressed and so overwhelmed. I didn't even want to be around her because I was so high anxiety and depression that I'd snap on her. So don't ever look at me and think that I have it all together. I chose to make steps and take action to freaking make my life better. That's how I got into shifting retail. Melanie joins me. Melanie makes over 200 grand a year in nursing. Do you know what Melanie doesn't have that she wants? Flexibility. Not traveling every single week. Freedom to work her business on the side of watching her 10-year-old at a freaking beach. Okay? This is not a one size fits all. You could come in and be like, I just want the community. You could come in and say, I just want to make $500 to pay for my gas, or to sit at home as a stay-at-home mom who busts her butt to be able to say to my babe, though, honey, I contributed this month to just get paying for all the gas. Everyone's story looks different. Your story doesn't have to be mine. You don't have to have the divorce and the this and the food stamps. Like, I'm trying to help you become clear and solve a problem. And all I have to do is ask you questions. You'll solve the problem on your own. Okay, time aside. If you had all the time in the world, would this even be something that turns you on? Money aside. Money aside. Money being an issue. Is it something that even intrigues you? Do you want to have something that's backed by science, clinicals, third-party validation, and clean? Melanie, I love you. Versus this stuff that has additives, toxins, and carcinogens, or are you okay with that? I'm just trying to help you go from where you're at right now to here by you coming up and figuring it out on your own, right? Like you're too busy. I get that. I get that you're busy. A lot of people are busy. Let me ask you a question. If you could do this thing from your phone on your lunch break in your career right now, is it something that you still want to have more freedom, flexibility, and to make an extra $500 to pay for your gas money? Okay, open up your phone. Go purchase some nitro. It's $50. There's no monthly minimum, no monthly fee, no quota. Message me, launch me. I'm gonna put it in the comments. Here, let's see who actually. You'll text me. I'll put all of it in the comments. I don't beg, sell, or convince. You click that link. You hit social marketer for FREE. You just opened up a business like I did 9 years ago. Except for I didn't have a leader to launch me. I didn't have a system in place. And I had the health and wellness products that were hero, but I didn't have the knowledge around the additives that were in the products in the marketplace. What I do is I failed forward so hard, that woman with no carpet, and I partnered with someone that quit. I had no other choice to figure it out and create it for you. And that's why people partner with me. Because I can help you do what took me 9 years in such a smaller fraction of time because I failed forward and had to figure it out on my own. So instead of you figuring it out on your own, we can expedite that by me helping you and filling that gap. Do you get it? And some people are like, well, I just want to do it by myself. Okay, I get that. How long have you been trying to do this by yourself? Okay, so like 6 months. Okay, so like you could start making $500 every single month, like right now, if you're positive, coachable, willing to grow, and hungry. 500 times 6 months is what? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. What's 500 times 6? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Is it $3,000? So the cost of inaction that you're doing every month is giving you X instead of Y. There is a cost of inaction. Every single day I work with women and I mentor. We just sold $400 worth of health and wellness products last month. Guys, 20,000 of that came from me. So if these people are doing that, what's your limiting belief behind this? Go look at my page right now and tell me every day that I show up. There's a cost of inaction. There's a cost of inaction to the person who's not dropping cell activation for weight, right? If you put on 36 pounds and you average 2 to 3, say you average 4 pounds a month. You're like, well, this month I put on 4 pounds. Last month it was 2 pounds. The month before that it was 3. We're just going to say 3 pounds, okay? 3 pounds. 3 times 6 is 6, 12, 18. That's 18 pounds you're going to put on in the next 6 months from not taking action. Does that make sense? So there is a cost of inaction as well. And when you see it like that, because someone actually took time out of their busy schedule to explain it. See, when I was in debt and someone said, okay, I understand you don't have time. So about each month you're getting behind how much on your bills. Okay, so your cost of inaction is actually cost, dude, you're like no brainer. Okay, let's go. Right? I don't know. Maybe I don't make sense. Do I make sense when I talk about things, or do I sound like an idiot? I don't know. Tell me in the comments. Just do yourself a favor. Take time to reflect on what we talked about today. That's it. My inbox is always open for you. I put my link there. Here's my phone number. Like, guys, I mean, I have people message me and have me help them. Like, I get that there's scams. I get that like I said, when you say that you've tried everything, look at the good in it, that now you're that much closer to knowing that what you've tried, you know that much more what you actually want versus what you got. Again, we're going back to that whole victim versus victor. What'd you guys find? I'm live. Oh, wow. Gia. Okay, I'm gonna hop off, guys.